Question number 161. The hormone responsible for milk formation and secretion in alveoli of mammary gland is, and the options are vasopressin, oxytocin, prolactin and oxytocin respectively. So these two functions, that is milk formation and second secretion in alveoli of mammary gland, is controlled by the hormone known as prolactin. So the correct answer to this question is prolactin. It is this prolactin which is responsible for milk formation and secretion in alveoli of mammary gland. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option is vasopressin, and this is an incorrect option. Vasopressin is an antidiuretic hormone which regulates the reabsorption of water to form nephronic filtrate. The next option is oxytocin, and this is an incorrect option. Oxytocin is a hormone which is responsible for ejection of milk, and it is also known as milk let down hormone. And the last option is prolactin and oxytocin respectively, and this is an incorrect option because both these functions are performed by prolactin only. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 162. Choose the incorrect match, and the first match given is cretinism and the match given is deaf mutism due to hyposecretion of thyroxine. And as it is a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. It is the hyposecretion of thyroxine during the intrauterine life that will cause cretinism, which is characterized by deaf mutism. The next match given is goiter, and the match is enlargement of thyroid gland due to hypersecretion of TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. And as it is also a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. The next match given is diabetes insipidus, and the match is diuresis due to hyposecretion of ADH. And as it is also a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. ADH represents antidiuretic hormone. It is also known as vasopressin, and it is a hormone which is responsible for the reabsorption of water to form nephronic filtrate. And it is the hyposecretion of this hormone which will lead to diabetes insipidus, characterized by polydipsia or polyuria. The last option given is myopia, and the match is this defect can be overcome by using convex lens. And as it is an incorrect match, so this is a correct answer to our question. Myopia, also known as nearsightedness, is a defect in which the eyeball is elongated in anterior-posterior axis so that the image of a distant object is formed in front of yellow spot. And this defect can be removed by using concave lens. On the other hand, it is far-sightedness or long-sightedness which can be overcome by using convex lens. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 163. Secretion of which gland maintains circadian rhythm of human body? And the options are adrenal gland, thyroid gland, liver and pineal gland. And we know that circadian rhythm of human body, also known as 24-hour rhythm or diurnal rhythm of our body, is maintained by a hormone known as melatonin. And this hormone is released from pineal gland, which is present on the dorsal side of forebrain. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4, pineal gland. This is a gland whose secretion maintains circadian rhythm of our body. The next options are adrenal gland, thyroid gland and liver are the incorrect options. Thyroid gland is responsible for the secretion of thyroxine, which regulates the BMR of our body, etc. Adrenal gland releases mineralocorticoids or glucocorticoids and other hormones. And liver produces a protein called angiotensinogen, which is involved in the RAS system. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 164. Which of the following pair of hormones are antagonistic to each other? And the very first option is insulin and aldosterone with respect to blood glucose level. And as it is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. Because insulin decreases the blood glucose level. On the other hand, aldosterone is a mineralocorticoid which is responsible for maintaining the water and electrolyte balance in our body. And this hormone increases sodium reabsorption in nephrons. The next statement is atrial natriuretic factor and vasopressin with respect to blood pressure. And as it is a correct statement, so this is a correct answer to our question. Atrial natriuretic factor acts as vasodilator and it functions to restore the increased blood pressure. On the other hand, vasopressin, which is also known as antidiuretic hormone, ADH, is a vasoconstrictor and it is released in response to decrease in blood pressure. So ANF is released in response to high blood pressure and ADH is released in response to low blood pressure, and they act antagonistically to each other. The next option given is prolactin and oxytocin with respect to milk secretion. It is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because both these hormones are not responsible for milk secretion. Prolactin is responsible for the synthesis of milk and oxytocin, which is also known as milk letdown hormone, is responsible for the ejection of milk. The next option is secretin and cholecystokinin with respect to bile juice secretion, and as it is also an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. Secretin is responsible for release of bile juice from liver, whereas cholecystokinin is responsible for the release of bile which is stored in gallbladder. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 165. Identify the hormone which is correctly matched with respect to its source and function. And the very first match given is melanin hormone, source is pineal gland, and function regulates body clock. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. This pineal gland secretes melatonin, which is a hormone responsible for regulating the circadian rhythm of our body or diurnal rhythm of our body, and not melanin. The next match given is LH, source posterior pituitary, and function growth and maintenance of corpus luteum. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because LH is secreted from anterior pituitary and not from posterior pituitary. Although the function is correct in growth and maintenance of corpus luteum. The next match given is erythropoietin, source alpha cells of Langerhans, and function promotes formation of RBCs. And as it is also an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because erythropoietin is not released from alpha cells of Langerhans. These are released from the JG cells of kidney and not from the alpha cells of Langerhans which are present in pancreas. Although the function is correct that they promote formation of RBCs, that is erythropoiesis. The last match given is somatostatin, source hypothalamus, function inhibits release of GH. And as it is a correct match, so this is a correct answer to our question. Somatostatin, which is released from hypothalamus, is also known as GHIH, represented as growth hormone inhibitory hormone, and it inhibits the release of GH. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's proceed to the next question.